How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical and welcome back to the one, the only, the true green hell. Now, hell it is not. These clawers are rubbing off on me. And not like that, not like that. No euphemisms on this channel. We are PG, apparently. Anyway, if you hear any clickety click 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 to my mouse, I'm getting a new one. I broke it. Don't ask. Anyway. Okay, so, yeah, speed free because I'm getting all confuffled. So, this is going to connect into 2.5 days, which is going to be very important to have some more claws. That's going to be awesome. I think what we're going to do now is to get rid of all these traps. And we're going to go trapless now. I think now's the time. We've got the claws, we've got a potential defense. Let's try and make it so we're not wasting steel or hemorrhaging steel like you wouldn't believe. Now. We're also got a lot of smoke leaf with a lot more smoke leaf that's going to come shortly. Now, it's not the best money maker. It's not an efficient money maker. However, it is going to be our money maker because especially early on. Oh, whoops, that's zoomed in. Okay. Especially early on, where my colonies struggle the majority of the time, is that we have no money making, and it's just the ability to sort of, when a trader comes, to be able to get out of any potential problem that we're actually in, and that's something that we don't focus on enough. Let's go. Yep. Okay. So, some more rice is going to come. We have so much food, it's actually crazy. We could actually go into lavish meals, however, that's probably not the play. The play is to probably get lots of fine meals. Pause at, I don't know, 40. So then we're going to get a good stockpile of simple meals, then a good stockpile of fine meals, and we have lots of meals in our freezer to fall back on should we need them. So we should then not have to worry about growing whatsoever over winter. We've gone from we've gone from panicking to having more food than anyone. So I probably then over the winter will reduce the rice field because we know we can fall back on the corn, and then depending how much food we come out with, I might then reduce the corn field as well, because then we'll have more time for the cotton field. There's that trap there. Just deconstruct. Other than that, the quicker we get to geothermal the quacker? What am I doing? Well, come on, Taz. Just think. Just don't panic. Just think. Right. The quicker we can get to geothermal power, the better. Obviously, just being blind and bad at research isn't exactly awesome. Dryads are getting healed. Very nice. We don't really have the ability to take this out. We do need to get down the research tree as quickly as possible so we can get the EMPs and stuff like that. Fall has come upon us, which means grow time, or the harvest, is nearly over. Which is good because it will give us more free time. The problem is like Mon is the only one researching at the moment. And we look at Mon, and Mon is 5, no passion, just a bit miserable. I'm sort of just, we've got no good researcher. Which I'm just yawning, ever the professional. Which I don't know if I would go back to change. Because I think we'll keep these 5 and then just keep pumping babies out of sky like a, I don't know, a log flume ride at a theme park. And then we can make the perfect children that we want, so we can then fill in the gaps exactly how we want, have the traits how we want, and you just make godly children, which is really, really fun in this game. Like, I've said it once and I've said it 1,000 times, I was very nervous when they were going to add children in this game. Mainly because I don't like micromanagey stuff, which is silly considering this is quite a micromanagey game, but you know what I mean. I find joy in finding methods where I can be as lazy as possible. I don't know if I'm describing this game or real life in all honesty. Just mumbling. Got my head in my hands, just like mumbling. This tree is 1 day away, not too bad. Sky is now in second trimester, so the baby's coming, the baby's coming. Yeah. See, it's the thing about this, we go like miles without anything. The problem is like this was like what, day 2? We had like 2 enemy raids back to back. Like we got hit, and this is because we are on Randy on this series, and this is the problem with Randy. Early on, these can be devastating, but then later on, where you have these spaces to do whatever you want, it just means progression. Glad we put all the concrete down, in all honesty. We'll get into like carpets and stuff like that, because that's probably going to be the most convenient way to be able to do things. I'm actually really, really happy with how things are going. The cornfield's going to come. We're going to have more food than anything. Yeah. Simple meals I'm going to reduce to 75 and then unpause at like 30. This one doesn't matter. This is just in case they can't build, make ×4. So less simple meals, more fine meals. Let's not waste resources on simple meals. I think simple meals are... The days of simple meals are gone. Oh, look, the game even, like, picks up on my positivity. Females, every female colonist smiles with content. Of course they are! They get to hear my voice just lurching over them. Smith, you are meditating. Good job. See? Imagine. Imagine every time you do something, you hear my voice over you. Exotics, good trader, please do not die. We'll be able to see how much smoke joints go for. Which would be good. Smith, you are my... Yeah. Right, come trays. Not that we've been making smoke joints. I think it's the cook that does it, but I could be mistaken. What do you have? See, look, actually, you have some like half decent stuff. Sell the plasteel. Does selling the plasteel give us the opportunity to do anything? A shield core wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I think just doing that for the sake of it is not really a good idea. Did we even see? Will they take our smoke leaf joints? No, exotic traders don't. Which is a bit weird, but Bob's good trade as well, so it's not too bad. Right, more rice. Here comes the corn. Yeah, well, I think we're okay food-wise. Well. So then obviously the issue then that we do have, as I blind you all, which one is it? Is now we're going to shrink the rice zone. Because I'm not too interested in these huge grow zones. This does still keep the rice on the fertile grass, because then we can get the most out of it as possible. My only concern is if we have a blight on the corn. But we will be making the corn smaller as well. I'm just doing that now before I forget. How far away are we from geothermal power? We're not a million miles away. The problem is just with this series and everyone focusing on trees and whatnot. You need to convert Yates as much as possible. Get that certainty to come down. I don't like a mega sloth being there. I really don't like that mega sloth being there. Mad squirrels. Only 3. I love when stuff like that happens and all you hear is me huff. Should go into them outside, to be fair. Yep. Hopefully they leave the map this way and go into the mech clusters and do us a favour. So what I will do with this new harvest coming in is expand. I know, we've got far too much food now. Right, then they're all linked. Guarding... no. Sadly they left that way, but you can't have everything in life. Always the bridesmaid, never the brides. Right, so them shelves are going to go up. So freezer, we won't actually have to worry about it this winter, which then makes winter a more exciting prospect where we don't have to worry too much. We just need that geothermal generator because then it's going to open up being able to do like clothing and stuff like that. Although with that being said, we haven't got cloth and stuff like that. We do have some animal leather, but we can't exactly rely on that because if we kill innocent animals, we get negatives. So it's why we've done this specific challenge, and especially why I only do it like on the weekends. So it can hopefully be a little bit more of a chilled time where we're really drilling down and thinking about what to do. But I know you guys in the Discord, links in the description below, will enjoy the fact that I have no steel traps. Because I know that is the bane of some people's lives when they watch me. And I just, 1,000,000 steel traps. The problem is it's so just easy to do. It's so easy to just put wood in here, doors either side, steel traps down the middle, and just burn it every time something comes to you. That is just an easy defense to do. Make sure we harvest this rice. It's not in the grow zone, so it won't get harvested. So I am just going to manually make sure that's going to get done. We don't want to just throw away free food just for the sake of it. Yeah, very nice. Obviously, this takes our wealth quite high up because we're storing all the food, so we just need to monitor that. Overall, I'm enjoying stuff. It's just if the research could go a bit quicker, that's nice. I don't think there's anything I can do there, though. Just because most people, even though research is like 2 and 3, the only things it's really behind on people is the growing and plant cutting. And that's just too important for our colony. Psychic Smooth is ending. We don't need a Psychic Smooth. We don't need a hope and a prayer. We're going to the top, going to the top. I know, I'm going to have to delay my album. Oh, I guess I'm going to have a swig of water since this colony. On the water, I got this, like, litre bottle of water. To try and, like, stop drinking energy drinks and coffee. It'll go on like that, and then 5 days later, you'll hear every episode is energy drink, energy drink, energy drink. Helps me keep my mojo, keep me in my very best. Oh, this tree. Connect to... No, Prince has already got a tree. Wait. Can you have more than one tree? Surely not. Let's just link it to Sky. We'll link it to Sky, but I want to see that in future. Can you link them to more trees? I'm doing it to Sky because if everyone has their own tree, they get really, really happy. So now if we go to Sky, because she's got a tree, she's on free. Social fight? Unacceptable. Look at that freezer. Thought it would never happen. Look at me now. Look at me now. Pause. Oh, it's a crafting skill. Smith. Okay, I'm just making sure drugs are actually getting produced. So I might take Smith off of constructing, because now we don't need to worry too much about having 2 people on constructing, because the whole reason we had that is because the amount of traps we're trying to get up quick. We're trying with no traps, so let's see how this goes. Because we've got all this smoke leaf, we need to make sure it's getting them produced, because then we can sell it. Not efficient to do this. But with the amount of food, what we can do is, one, see how much we're left with after winter hits, make the cornfield smaller. So let's say the cornfield is here. Then we can have smoke, psychedelic plants here, which can make either flake or yayo. I can't remember which one's better to sell, in all honesty. And then here have cotton, and then that's all of our like crops just there. And then we can reduce this a little bit just for our own supply. And we're sort of just living the dream at that point. As long as the clawers can do the heavy lifting. So that's my only concern about getting some of the bark skin ones in. Like, is it better to micromanage to try and get the bark skins to tank some damage? Or is it better going all clawers and just doing as much DPS immediately as possible? Because you think humans are not going to be a problem apart from the imps that spit fire at us. They're not going to be the problem. Like, other than that, like tribal people, we will crush them into the floor, into the dust, like the people that... No, calm down, calm down. I mean, are we used to, like, moods being this high in a colony of mine? Like, we're normally used to, like, mass panic and stressing out. But what this does do is it gives us the opportunity to, like, lay down the groundwork for future. So that's why we take these a little bit slower, a little bit more careful. Because now the food is sorted. Like, it's better to sort it over the top like we've done now. Because now we can reduce it gradually and we have full control over what it can be. To be honest, and this might be too risky. No, it's too risky. I was going to say just have corn, get the rice off that, but... no, if you're not going to tell me who you are, like, you're not joining. Absolutely not. You could be a stranger, you could be a pyromaniac. Low medicine. unpause that. Make a couple more fine meals because we've got food getting stored in here, which it does store for quite a while, to be fair. But it's not really ideal. I'd rather have it in meals. I'll make some more statues, because then we can start spreading them around the base as well, even around the trees. They spend so much time around here. Let's chuck a statue like here and here and here. Make it really beautiful when they're out working the fields. Saying that, I didn't realise the orange leaves that drop actually give beauty. That's quite cool. Right, so this zone here, I can shrink that now. So that can definitely be shrunk. All these bits in the yellow that grow slow, they can be shrunk. I'll manually just harvest them early. There we go. So we've shrunk it a little bit immediately. Just, we've got enough food, it doesn't matter. I'd rather just grab this now. Right. So we shrunk that, we shrunk that. The smoke leaf we probably need to shrink a little bit as well. Yates, what are you wearing on your head? It's like an upside down toilet. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is it, Red Riding Hood's basket or something? Like, who am I to judge? I've made him well, no, Yates hasn't starved. What's his excuse for going crazy? I was about to say everyone has an excuse for going crazy. I make him starve every winter. But Yates has no excuse. Should be living the dream. I specifically told him to live the dream. He should live it. Okay, smoke leaf joints are actually getting made now, so that's cool. Research is getting done. And now that winter is about to hit, it does mean more at home time. Can I make sure Sky's tree is set to 60%? Yep. Are they all set to 60%? Yep. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I'm enjoying this. We're back on track, which is obviously nice. How many drugs have we got? Only 40. So I keep forgetting our yield from making drugs is higher. And our production of them is higher, which probably isn't higher overall because of the blindness, but sort of makes up for it. Don't even ask what it'd be like without that. Yeah, we just need to slow down the food production a little bit. Like 4,000 food. Well, we'll see, we'll see. But obviously the ultimate goal would be next summer to then start making flake and yayo. Because that would be such a big money maker. That would actually be, like, crazy for this colony. Sorry, I was just making sure. We do have the steel and the components to actually make a geothermal generator. Like, waiting all this time and we can't even get it up. So, I suppose we could mine some steel and stuff. Components isn't really a problem. There's some steel down here. It's quite close to the mech, so we do need to be careful. There's no steel in our immediate vicinity. Oh, I've missed that. Okay. I have to keep an eye on these getting attacked. Just because there is some rogue mechs here, and if they get annoyed, they will come up after me. Why that's important is because sometimes they de-aggro, but let's say they get here, they might be able to shoot some of these colonists that are trying to get all the steel and stuff down here. Yeah, we're going to get the third dryad up there. Why do I keep losing the third dryad? What I'll do then. Because 3 is at 50. 4 is apparently at 75. So do we just go, I suppose we just go 100% then, don't we? A lot of time, but... I mean, if we're going all in, let's go all in. Let's not mess about. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know it's a lot of time to spend on these trees, but if this is our be all and end all, then we need to really make it our be all and end all. That does mean, what, 4, 8, 12, 16 clawers. That sounds better. Right, I'm having too much fun, party people, so I'm afraid it is that time. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.